Hello, everyone. This is Alicia, and welcome to Season 2 of The World According to Allie. This season is all about owning your personal power. Your personal power is the center of everything you want to accomplish in your life, your dreams, your goals, your successful relationships. It is how you achieve peace and wisdom and success. And so this season, we're going to delve in to all of the things that help us walk into, own our personal power, be authentically who we are, and not necessarily live without fear, but learn how to walk through those fears to get to our next step. We're going to do that together. But before I get started, or how I started on this topic, I should say, is I started reflecting on 2020 and realized that this has been a hard year for so many of us. COVID hit and it knocked me on my ass. So many of us lost friends and loved ones, including myself. And on reflecting on 2020, I realized that I've been struggling with loss, also struggling a little bit with me being a creative person. And before COVID hit, I taught painting classes at a place called Wine and Design, and that was my creative outlet. And then when COVID hit, that outlet stopped. I haven't painted since March, and I miss it. I miss that connection with people, and it made me think, do I know myself as well as I thought I did? Because I'm an introverted person by nature, like all the way to the wall introverted, according to my Myers-Briggs test. And this year, not being able to teach what I thought I knew about myself and being an introvert and getting my energy from being alone, I realized changed a little bit. That I also get energy from interaction and connection with other people. And so I changed. And when we think about knowing ourselves, this is a process that is constant and continual because we are all multifaceted. Or let me speak for myself. I am a multifaceted, complicated, and ever-evolving individual. And thinking I know myself inside and out doesn't necessarily hold true because I'm constantly evolving and constantly changing. And going back to my original point of missing that connection from teaching and painting at Wine and Design is that I'm an introvert, and I didn't think that I would enjoy doing that as much as I did, and I didn't think I would miss it as much as I did. So that's something about myself that I thought I knew, thought I identified, thought I could rest in. I'm an introvert. Not necessarily true. I get energy from being alone, but I also get energy and need that connection with people. I had to be alone a lot this year just because of self-quarantine and all of that, or sheltering in place, I guess, if that's what we call it. And I can't wait to get back out into the world again. But taking time to get to know ourselves is one of the most important steps in owning our personal power. How do you do that? Journal, meditate, really take some time to reflect on what makes you happy, what sets you off. Is there something about yourself that you're not fond of? If there is, you have two choices: accept it or change it. So for me, I'm working on my patience, not a virtue that I have. And, this weight thing is always at the top of my to-do list. So those are two things that I know about myself that I am going to work on changing. Taking time to be still is really important in this getting to know yourself piece. I also recommend, if you can, taking a personality test, Myers-Briggs or Strength Quest. They aren't perfect, but they can help you get to know your personality traits and get to know your strengths. There are some free versions that you can get online if you can get access, or if you want to pay for the paid version of them, they give you more detail than the free version, but the free version also works for what it is that you're trying to do, which is really just kind of assess your personality traits and your strengths. Another step in this getting to know you is asking people that you truly love and trust for feedback, because sometimes our closest friends or family members can see our blind spots. And so asking somebody that you truly trust to give you some feedback, asking them, what are my strengths? What do you see as core values? What do you see are things that I can develop? What do you think are my blind spots? Having that conversation with someone that you truly trust and you truly know has your best interest at heart will give you some insights into your own blind spots. Another step is taking a look at your friendships. Who have you attracted into your life? Last season, I did a podcast on friendships. You can listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts. But in this, just know that some people are only meant to be in your life for a season. And so everybody is not there permanently. Knowing that people are meant to be in your life for a season, that's okay. It is perfectly okay to let those people go. These are all steps that you can take in getting to know your strengths, your personalities, your core values. The final step that I want to talk about is your body, your physical body. Often when we talk about getting to know ourselves, we don't talk about the physical body. And if you're anything like me, your body is often treated as an afterthought until it starts to break down and something hurts. Well, stop doing that. If you can, go to a doctor, get blood work, and understand your health so you can make some truly impactful changes. If you can't, that's okay. Just reflect on your physical capabilities. Where are you strong? Set some movement goals for yourself. Do things like eat slower, take breaths between bites, invest in creamy, rich lotions. I have super, super dry skin. So for myself, I order organic shea butter, like off of Amazon, and I whip it up myself with a little bit of coconut oil and some of my essential oils that I like. And I use that as my lotion. Nivea also has a great, rich, creamy lotion that I think is about $5 at the drugstore. This is not sponsored by Nivea. It doesn't have to be expensive, but treating yourself and taking time with that extra step of getting out of the shower and putting on lotion that's rich and creamy really just helps you get to know your physical body. Do or give yourself a manicure and a pedicure. If you can afford to get it done, that's fine. That's pampering. But when you do it yourself, you get to know yourself. So for example, this year I discovered dip powder. I used to go get a manicure every 2 weeks, but then, hey, COVID. So by necessity, I learned how to do my own nails. And I discovered Revel dip powder off of a group that I'm in on Facebook. And this is also not sponsored by Revel, but I discovered that not only do I know how to do dip powder, but I'm good at it. And that every 2 weeks that I take time to soak off my polish and I give myself a manicure and treat my cuticles, that's me getting to know me, getting to spend time with me. And that's an important part of also getting to know yourself. Finally, set movement goals. Start small. You're not going to get up off the couch and, start running a 10K. That's not going to happen. But start with a 10-minute walk. Even if you are, walking up and down in your apartment or your house or your backyard, doing that for 10 minutes, just kind of going back and forth, standing up and stretching in the morning. If you can do yoga in your house. Set small movement goals and then build up to them. I think oftentimes, especially at New Year's. We buy our gym memberships and we start off strong and it lasts about a month, if that long. But setting small movement goals will help you be more consistent with it. Anyway, that is all that I have on this first step of knowing yourselves on our journey to owning our personal power in 2021, our 2021 journey of owning our personal power. If you like this episode and you benefited from this episode, please share it with anyone who you think will also enjoy it. I love you for listening. Next episode will be February 1st.